We lift up a cup of wine and we say, we are going to give thanks to the God who redeemed us and our ancestors from Egypt. And that's a very striking statement. We are commemorating and celebrating the fact that we, not just our ancestors, but we ourselves experience freedom. And it's different than Hanukkah. Hanukkah was saying we're commemorating an event that happened to our ancestors on this day. But at the Seder, we are claiming that we see ourselves as leaving Egypt. And I think, to me, the core question is, what does that mean? What does it mean to experience freedom at the Seder? What does it mean to connect to that event that happened, 3,000 years ago? How does the tradition continue to speak to us? How do these texts continue to speak to us? There's no one right answer here. But this is the question we have to be asking. Why does it matter? That's the very important question that we are raising honestly at the Seder. The core claim of the Haggadah is that the events of Passover are actually covenantal. That is to say, they form a relationship with the divine, with God, in which we live. That our decisions are made in the context, one might say, of a long-term relationship. As we all know, long-term relationships always have ups and downs, problems, crises, great moments, triumphs. This is the environment, the context in which we function. And the takeaway to me is, how do we, living wherever we live, okay? Whether it's in New York City, whether it's in the Midwest, whether it's on the West Coast of the United States, Europe, the former Soviet Union, doesn't matter where we are, Israel, Jerusalem, doesn't matter. How does this tradition speak to us where we are? But how can we connect in a deep way and say about ourselves, we experience that moment, it lives with us? That's the takeaway, and I think that's the question that the Jewish community in general should be thinking about in the deepest of ways, sharing their thoughts, sharing the ideas, discussing, dialoguing, disagreeing, agreeing. That's what the conversation has to go, and I'm hoping that this Haggadah can help to spur that kind of discussion.